Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Norman series of Crusader Kings 3 here on the Lord Master channel. And, well, we are living in an aftermath of a recent river flood that affected these counties of Ile-de-France, Beaumont, Rouen, Evreux, and Eu. Anyway, that's in the vicinity of it is affected by it. So we had a river flood that occurred in, it started during the fall, and then for 1 month it kept on raining, and then came the impact, causing a bunch of random characters and development halved, sometimes even lowered. Then, as you could see, the flood severity, it was a tier 3, so it was a very severe flood. And the fatalities were 28, including some of my courtiers, and even 2 of my siblings were swept away by the flood. But I was not present. During the time when that natural disaster occurred, I was in the Vatican, in the university visit, which I had, only picked up 1 perk. I wish I could have done better, but oh well. It could have gone better. But this is part of the great projects at the flood and natural disaster. I mean, let me show you. Oh no, a natural disaster struck your realm. That happened in the last episode. Open the natural disaster situation here. So, this is just a reminder for you viewers, since I did show some of that in previous episodes. The natural disaster has 3 situation phases. Warning, a natural disaster is about to happen. Impact, a disaster is in effect. Recovery, you can begin rebuilding. As a ruler, your subjects expect you to handle the aftermath of a natural disaster. So, again, that's up to either the vassals within the realm of mine or the other vassals of the king of West Francia. And so you got to put your money into it, if you so wish. But I don't have the money to make full recovery yet, along with the other optional contributions that I may do here. So these contributions allows multiple rulers to assist the development of a great project, gaining various benefits in return. Some contributions are mandatory for progress of the great project to start, while others are optional. Remaining optional contributions can still be made while progress has started, up to a certain point in time. Now, what is great project? Well, you can start or contribute to great project. Let's take a moment to talk about them. I'll go to decision here. If there is any projects at all, which I don't think so, I think you have to be elsewhere. No, I don't live in an area where great projects are, but that's disaster related. So I think you may want to skip that lesson, because I think we had a pretty good idea of what that is. And I never use automated armies. I like to keep it under manual on my end. So this early part of the first episode, no doubt, the first half will largely be focused on, well, we got to start raising money for the for flood relief. So flood relief fund. That's what we're raising our gold on. Well, meanwhile, I'm going to do some traveling across Italia and then back. Hopefully we'll have some money-making opportunities, if there is any. And of course, when I'm back, and if we don't have enough money to make a full recovery, we're going to start raiding again. Because we're Normans. We raid. We're the rowdy bunch here. So, we just have to get ourselves out of this. And if I were to ever, had the time to, go on a business trip, since I'm a greedy character, maybe perhaps think. Check situations, other situations, Silk Road. Steady training. Because I thought about, well, I know I'm traveling right now, but when I'm not traveling, like, perhaps I should travel the Silk Road. If I ever had the gumption and the money to do so. And try to, I don't know, get some fancy artifact over there. If I ever go on another one of those quote-unquote business trips. Especially when I pass through Zation and head to Kyrgyzstan, Armenia. And I can see the Kingdom of Italy is no more. It's been divided into several entities. I just noticed that right now. So, let's get to that. At a distance, the city of Roma is a forest of towers and a maze of stone buildings. As we approach, the scenery shifts. Ruins of monuments, walls, and ancient churches coexist with farms and grazing animals. Pilgrims seem to be everywhere, bartering, conversing, and queuing to shrines and tombs of the city's saints. Mansions of forgotten aristocrats now serve as hostels for the faithful. A great opportunity for some of the conversation. So I'll stay here for 14 days, gain some piety, because Lord knows I need that, reduce plenty of my stress, and now comes 10% chance of contemplation, 40% chance that I'll become a wise man, 50% chance that I'll be well rested. Had a restful stay in Roma. Alright, get to travel faster. We sit at a quiet tavern in Tivoli when a loud band of ragged-looking sellswords comes barging in. The brutish leader pushes one of my guards aside and viciously sits down with him. A nobleman, my lord, in the services of the best band of mercenaries in Tivoli. More loyal men you'll never find. At least they'll pay us properly. Let me see you. Oh, you're a hell of a man. Well, you can get a free army, but you get to be one of my bodyguards. Pass through Monte Cassino. Well, since I'm the culture head, I would like to increase more culture fascination progress to get to the innovations that we'll need faster. 39 years left, it says. I don't know if I'll be around long for that. Let's move up. At an inn in Napoli, we met some rowdy but otherwise friendly sailors, whose ship anchored at the harbor nearby. The merchants who owned the ship were in town, trying to sell their merchandise. Well, they did, so the sailors had nothing better to do but spend money on mead. They chatted eagerly with me about their adventures and what their employers were up to. We were transporting some metals, cured leather and other things, just a week ago, when the wind simply gave up on us. One sailor named Photios says, "We had to wait for the winds before we could continue. I'm not sure we want to work for these merchants anymore. I don't think they know how to trade well. It's why they're struggling to sell these goods." My stewardship is great and all, but do enlighten me about the trade winds. Want to increase more travel safety. King Loop. The king, who I did not have any agreements with, has disappeared without a trace for whatever reason. And now we have King Loop, who is 12. Shy and cynical. Tyranny war is over, no doubt. Or it continues. Is only a child. Hey, can I be your guardian? Well, no. Yeah, I know. Hopefully, when you are crowned king, as you grow up, you and I, hopefully, will get along together. And hope you don't get excommunicated by that mad pope who has a habit of excommunicating French kings. But he's Anglo-Saxon, so that explains it. You're referencing the old English-French rivalry, even though the English culture doesn't exist yet. As we manage to get through a dangerous path in Martea, suddenly a strange feeling that someone is missing bothers me. I don't remember seeing Ipati all day. He was keeping rear guard as we entered the war-torn province. I suppose it wasn't the best idea knowing his bravado, or just gunning for the front lines. Unless he's already just lost somewhere in the hills. Go find a search party. We go on him. As me and my party traversed the hilly landscapes of the Duchy of Salerno, I stumbled upon an abandoned campsite. Among the discarded items, I find a copy of the Cavaliere Donnolo's book on astrology and medicine. Cavaliere Donolo, a well-known Jewish physician and astrologer from Calabria, wrote extensively on the medical uses of herbs and minerals. His works are considered valuable by scholars and physicians alike. As Ben Mead begins to leaf through the book, Sakara lets out a warning shot. The campsite, it seems, was abandoned for a good reason. A nest of vipers has made its home nearby. Let's just grab a book and leave. That book will be useful for further development. Development growth there. And you got a trinket for more development growth. You're not raiding at the moment. Put that on. There you go. Echoes of terrible Norman polyphony. As I traverse the dense forests of Sicily, there are and my companions are sending captive by a haunting melody that seemed to carry on the wind. Ethereal music, a blend of Arab and Norman influences, resonates through the trees, creating a surreal ambience. This is a unique polyphony of Sicily, a testament to its diverse cultural heritage. Ben Mead, my most charming companion, 70 years old, suggests following the music to its source. Perhaps to learn more about this intriguing art form. Godfrey, my most cunning companion, advises caution, fearing potential trap. Yeah, it's a bit of an anachronistic event. The Normans aren't supposed to arrive in Sicily till another 100 years. But you get the idea. I say the forest hides dangers. Prepare for combat. Ready defense. Preparation deters any potential ambushes. I was taking a walk by the seashore when I noticed a beautifully shaped seashell, no larger than one of my fingers. I picked it up and with delight examined its exquisite curves and intricate patterns. Nature is truly wondrous. A lovely sea shell that is small enough to it could fit in the palm of one's hands. Has an exquisite and natural beauty. Huh. Bit of piety and prestige gained. Yeah, for keeps. May destroy it later for money if we're desperate for cash. Yes, I know about the black-winged stilts. We've seen that event before. On our way through Benevento, we appear to stumble to a local food market. Everywhere, peasants and nobles of every culture and tongue clamor around the exotic food stalls. They are as thick of fragrance as I never imagined. My nose is drawn to a lowly stalled stack with a dish I could only dream of. Uphold in my haste by the halting grasp of Captain Illic of the bodyguards of Gwendolyn. Do not waste your power on this slop, my lord. Pizzas are for peasants who have much finer foods at home. I'm the Marquess, and I want my pizza. Food was disgusting, though. Bad pizza. You were wounded before? Well, wounded some more. As me and my party settled down for the night in the hills outside of Spoleto, a sudden thunderous roar roars through the forest, sending a shiver down your spine. Our companions exchange worried glances. The roar is eerily similar to one described in local folklore. The roar of the legendary Spoleto dragon. According to the tales, the dragon resides deep in a cave and within a forest. Deep cave within a forest. Cave deep within a forest. Holding a vast treasure. Many try to conquer it, but none have returned. My companions are visibly shaken, but the thought of potential treasure sparks glimmering excitement in the eyes. Oh no. Dragon's Guard treasure. Let us arm ourselves and claim it. 20% success, 20% failure. Dragon or not, I face whatever creature that lurks in the cave and emerge victorious. The hoard is modest, but it's yours. 50 gold. As I walk through the wood, having a good pace to join the peaceful ambience, from the corner of my eye, I'm sure the good trumpet tucks of a loud squeal confirms it. Aboard! That's no dragon! The brown beast charges onto the track, its great trotters kicking up leaves, flanked by poplar trees. These complete blocks our way forward to the north. You whispers, just look at those tusks. Step aside, I'll handle this. Boar dies in my hand. Meanwhile, the rat catchers earned a positive reputation in the region for their skill at catching rodents. In fact, their services are even occasionally solicited elsewhere. This, of course, could be a good thing, given these pesky rodents cause much mischief and harm by ruining our crops and spreading disease. The rat catcher's services are invaluable. Alright, development growth, if we can make full recovery here. And some plague resistance around here. It is known that the people of Ethnicities seem to profess these festivals towards the knights and their legends. My lord, the knight says, bowing his head, it's most fortunate to came across, came to meet at this crossroad, where I'm in search of marvelous fountain, which Father said to cure illnesses. If you would help me on my quest, I shall pay homage to you. This is me being greedy, but me being just, brave and just doesn't do that. He ain't that good, but I shall never leave a knight untended. Lead the way. The knight leads us to a small clearing where a water fountain glimmers. A natural water fountain glimmers. The light reflects on its surface a blissful shimmer. It makes the water look so bright that it feels like a second sun. Careful! A beast! A guardian! Knight ports a boar. Stand between us and the fountain. Don't fear. I shall fight it. I defeated a boar before. I got this. Kill the beast. And he's got the healing water. Iron chain. We came across the ancient ruins of Ethnicities, which were the most spectacular out there, I'm sure. But they weren't that large, so we couldn't camp there. Yet even so, they were quite something to see. My entourage and I have been rather bored from the day's travel on the dreary road, so these ruins give us something to talk about. Among other topics, we eagerly speculated on why the ancients built the ruins, or which ancients inhabited. For that matter, what it must have looked like in its heyday. There was plenty of interesting discussion go around, so there's no doubt that Romans once lived there. The ancient Romans. As I'm traveling, I came upon two women arguing on the side of the road. One of them, a pretty young woman, appears to have been beaten nearly half to death by the second older woman. After stopping for a moment to Listen, I quickly surmised that the older woman is accusing the young maid of having some level relations with her husband. The young maid is vehemently denying these claims. While I'm not immediately connected to this affair, as a lord, it would be an easy thing to intervene one way or the other. If only you were noble, I'd marry you. You're one for intrigue. Lose stress because you're greedy and just. Well, turn it back and have the young maid attend to. Rising middle class. Ditch! God's wounds. Like winged stilts again. Crop fields constructed. As I traverse the rolling hills of Toscana, a sweet and spicy aroma fills the air. Following my nose, I discover a small rustic bakery nestled in a quaint village. Its windows steaming with the warmth of fresh baking. An elder baker, Luca, emerges with the flour-dusted hands and a welcoming song. Noble traveler, you must try my panforte, a pride of Toscana. He presents a dense, dark cake studded with nuts and candied fruits. Its surface dusted with powdered sugar. This recipe has been in my family since the time of the Crusades. What Crusades? He explains why. Honey and spices from the Orient, almonds and fruits preserved in the old way. Pilgrims once carried panforte to the Holy Land for sustenance. Covered eyes to confection with infinite surprise, infinite interest. I mean, severely injured, aggravated wound. Try to get the max. Alright. We'd be delighted to taste the panforte, a good baker. Taste the history. It is a revelation. Dense and chewy, fragrant with cinnamon and cloves. Swayed with ancient honey. Praise Lucas' craft with genuine enthusiasm. He beams with pride, and soon the whole village knows the noble has blessed their bakery. We were walking among the hills late in the day. Darkness comes suddenly, brought by the dark clouds above us. There is a distant, loud rumble of thunder. Soon there is another, combined with a dazing flash of lightning, and then another strike, brightly illuminating the area. The afterimage burned into my eyes. I blink and see where the lightning struck. Now there is a quickly expanding brush fire and is spreading towards us. Put the fire out before it spreads too far. We came to a toll in Prato. My entourage prepared to pay for passage. There was nothing extraordinary about this toll, as it is right for any ruler to levy tolls to ostensibly have the funds to pay for the protecting travelers. The guards, however, seem to be a rather friendly lot. Not to say that all guards are terrible people, but typically even the good ones are more dutiful and serious than the gregarious and talkative like this. Nothing much happens here, the guard captain says, while my entourage pays the gold. So we're honored to have an esteemed Marquess like yourself pass through, my lord. Tell you what, I'll give word for the next few tolls up on the road to remind you to treat you with the respect you deserve. Thank you, I'm honored. Tell you, I seem like good sort, so you don't have to pay as much to cross this bridge here. Safer travels. Terrible inn. You have to bear with it. Garbert! You just got brutally mauled and you might as well just die right now. We've been traveling much of the day, weary and tired. It hasn't been a good place to properly rest for several hours. Wasn't this supposed to be a well-traveled road? Yet lo and behold, we eventually saw a small stream of water, and what more, these were old worn-out bronze cups hung by the chains to a nearby boulder. Seems that the locals, or perhaps whoever is in charge of this region, generously provided these cups to travelers to more easily collect water. Thank God for this refreshing water. Drink! The still novelty of Lombardia. As me and my entourage navigate through the rugged mountains of Lombardia, I stumbled upon a most unexpected sight. A secluded community of poets living in simple stone dwellings among the peaks. They introduce themselves as the Stenovisti, the followers of Dolce Stil Nova, sweet new style of poetry that celebrates the ennobling of power and love and the pursuit of virtue. Their leader, the venerable Manfredo, welcomes you with a formal bow. Noble traveler, the mountains have guided you to us. We've shown our discourse of love and beauty. Ben Mead seems to be intrigued by this community of scholar poets. Why wait whether to linger or continue on the journey? Mead, you're more learned. Represent us? Academic pretensions. He engages eagerly with the poets, but quickly reveals the limits are not. The Stenovists are polite, but clear on press. Crane seems to be deflated by the experience. Well, she's ill now. She's about to leave us soon. What a great physician she was. The Nile is internal, but the kingdoms that rule it are not, for they seemingly rise and fall as quickly as the Nile flood. Every now and then, a great empire emerges along the Nile Valley, one rich that runs from the marshes, the northern marshes of Egypt to the southernmost savannas and mountains of Nubia. Khagan Ahmed has managed to create one such empire, which he calls it the Tulanid Khaganate. A Khazar. Furthermore, whether he genuinely believes it or because of political reasons, Ahmed also claimed descendant from a great lineage, whose legacy vows to continue the years to come. That of Cleopatra, renowned as a scholar queen in the Middle East. There's a new chapter in Nile's history. Tulanid Khaganate. Well now. He was Egyptian. His mother was Egyptian. Was Khagan Ahmed. They're all Khazars. I was about to say, well, where did you come from? I was about to say, when did he become Khazar culture? Sultan Abbas Ahmed. Oghuz. They were Oghuz Turks that became Egyptians, and now it's ruled by Ahmed, who was raised as Khazar culture. Interesting. By God and Axe, found by Tulan Oghuz. And they do also control Jerusalem, which parts of it is under. What disease is that? Sultan Al-Abbas was born in great Hunnicut lineage. Legitimizing legend. Like, is that new or is that ongoing? It was recent. legitimizing legend about him. Open that chronicle. I mean, that was long past, but I mean, I didn't want to read all that because I don't want to take up too much of the episode time here. Major smallpox epidemic. That's what's going on there. And also, I just recently traveled through Benevento. There's an ongoing rock slide there, so it's a good thing we didn't stick around too much as we were on our way back home. So the Empire of Egypt, Egyptian Khazar Khaganate, whatever they are. I'm sure they're going to change this culture to Egyptian soon. Regardless. Inspection. More domain taxes for me and gain the inspection activity. Which will definitely be useful. Especially when it comes to dealing with popular opinion issues. Once again, the travel turns a heavy toll on our caravan. The constant snowstorms and extremely low temperatures cause us to set up camp. I check on Gerbert as he suffered from frostbite once before, now he lays in the makeshift bed. I don't feel so, my age. As I expected, the cold struck down his hand again. The old finger frostbite got even worse and has propagated to the whole hand. It is fatal to lose an arm. Look, he's gonna die anyway. Well, maybe I botched it the first time, but this time I know better. You ain't gonna die of no frostbite, but you will succumb to your injuries soon. To Pego Jordan, the corresponding to your chance, sir, at least. I must say that it's come to see you like. Perhaps you are even someone I one day call my friend. Under of Flanders. Aye. Maybe perhaps we can improve relations between one another. One day I will marry and have children of my own. King Loop has been crowned. The solstice fires. The summer twilight, we're in the winter, mind you, is of the Astine Hills in the shades of amber, and roses Jordan's party crested gentle ridge. Below, the vineyards stretch like emerald waves toward the distant Rhine, but it is not the landscape that catches attention, it is the fires. Dozens of blazing wheels, their wooded spokes wrapped in straw and pitch, roll down the hillsides like fallen suns. Trailing sparks and smoke through the purple dusk, villagers cheer and sing ancient songs as each wheel careens towards the valley floor. An elderly vintner approaches, his weathered face lit by the dancing flames. The solstice fires, my friend, my lord. We send the sun's blessing to the vines. If the wheel reaches bottom still burning, the harvest shall be blessed. We honor our villages by lighting one himself. I shall light the wheel myself. Let's see if fortune favors me. Blessed wheel. The flaming wheel bounds down the hillside, scattering sparks like stars, and crashes to the vineyard, still blazing brightly. The villagers erupt in cheers, press their cups of the finest wine in my hands. The vineyard declares me a friend of the village forever. A grotto emerges from the vegetation like a stone arch of the cathedral. On its entry there's a small wooden table and a stall. Someone has left a lantern burning on it. Careful, my lord. Gerbert, the dying, holds his arm up in front of my chest. Ethnicities lands. You are quick to make accusations. A dimly illuminated figure stands at the entrance of the cave. I'm merely a hermit. And you carry well the title of the Marquess. Persuade bien. I don't think you're good for skills here, but I'll say unfortunate. Please tell me about my future. The hermit takes a second before replying. He gets up and waits till I fall. Some herbs are scattered around on what seems to be a rudimentary bed. He turns to me and we're away from my entourage, and with an oddly deep voice replies, "The fire shall talk, and the silver shall flow from the hoof of lowing cattle." How insightful. I'll remember this. Gain a bit of piety for this. The fire talks, silver shall flow from the hoof of lowing cattle. What could that mean? I can understand the fire part, which could represent me raiding other people's places, and the silver that flows is the money that we loot. I can understand that. But the cattle part kind of behooves me. Garbert's no longer my Kara master. He's succumbed to his wounds. Alright. Alright, Captain. Temporary. Detailed ledgers. Republican ruler opinion plus 20 and Republican vassal tax contribution plus 15. Which, as a reminder, Republican government is an unplayable government form where an elected citizen rules for life. The government's form of burghers and merchants. Republican vassals have static obligations that cannot be changed, but thus always provide a dependable, predictable amount of levies and taxes. Particularly, we're talking about mayors. We don't have any lord mayors, nor do we want to. I'll never forget when I visited the great city of Rome on my travels. Now, I don't see the option to visit the Silk Road trading post there, like you could as a landless adventurer. Situation phase did change. Exceptional bounty. Look again. No, I don't see that. But anyways, well, that's another thing. Proposing trade between each other. Another reason why I gotta befriend, other rulers in future. Like maybe they'll be more compliant to give you trade and all that. Especially if they are of a sizable realm size, so. Maybe one day we should hold a feast and try to befriend the King of Brittany over there. Or hell, even the King of France. If I want something of any of those choices. But it requires you paying a lot. You know that king's gonna hate your ass if you do that. Chaotic state because of the recent flood. Yeah, why not? Let's raid our own age. They about is most capable. Oh dear. Higher chance of failure? Let's do it. What do we got to lose? So, just wait here for a year. Don't do anything. Other than let this county continue to develop. So we can catch up with the rest as we're going to need to get the control back up as soon as possible, if you can. I'm laughing at the absurdity of what I'm doing now. Lost a bit of renown for that. You know what, let's sponsor a whale hunt. Well, you have an 82% chance of success, which is influenced by your traits and skills, especially stewardship, but also martial and learning. The successful you gain prestige at random amount will go between 1 and up to 50. So, I'm pretty good all around with these skills, and my traits, especially being brave. But as you know, we Normans have hunted whales for generations. A whale's carcass is a source of much profit thanks to its meat and blubber, which can be turned into valuable oil. I'd thus like to fund a whale hunt in my name. So, hopefully we'll get 200. So that way we can contribute to the flood relief fund. So for historical context, whaling has been practiced by many cultures across the world since prehistoric times. Starting in the medieval period, the Basques were one of the first societies to engage in large-scale commercial whaling and were considered the best whalers in the world by the early modern era. Medieval rulers engaged with the whaling industry in different ways, such as granting whaling towns privileges or levying extra taxes on them. This is especially true for the Basque whalers. That's because we have this tradition. Whereas the master whalers, that's what the Basque culture has. With your camels in a coastal town. And all that. Start to search for some seasoned whalers. This is an investment, and hopefully it pays off. We Normans have hunted whales for as long as anyone can remember. These creatures, or more correctly, their carcasses, are a useful source for blubber, for oil, and meat. Even a great Marquess, such as myself, am aware of the potentially profitable, if risky, nature of the whaling business. Thus, I decided to sponsor a number of whalers to go find and hunt these majestic beasts, and a good share of the profit will come from whatever they manage to collect will go to me. Some whalers prefer to go out to sea and hunt whales there, while others stick to luring coastal areas where they can be trapped. Of course, I should manage my expectations carefully, as not every hunting trip returns successfully. However, I am confident that the whalers employed will do more than an acceptable job. Good luck! We'll raid the next year, if the raiding expedition doesn't go well. Well, that was quick. The Norman whalers sent to hunt for whales have returned. Thankfully, these whalers have successfully hunted down some whales. Once we contact nearby merchants, we could sell the meat as well as the blubber for oil, and ship them to ports elsewhere. Anyways, I congratulate the whalers on the job well done. I assess how much profit we'll make from the kills. The whalers managed to kill a decent number of whales. Not only was it enough to pay back the cost of the whole trip, but we made a decent profit. I can't complain about much of the results, but I'm glad we found a team of competent whalers. So here's the thing. We spent 100 gold to do this. And how much did we get? 100 back. Okay, that was a demonstration of what that's like and what we can do. So, we got our money back. So, good kills. But, we didn't make a profit. We just simply got it all in return. But that was a good demonstration of what you can do. hopefully we'll get to know each other a bit better. Actually, hold on. Hey, since you're Italian, Cisalpine, Italian vulgar language, I would like to learn that. It'll be useful for next time. While on a leisurely stroll, the cry of a ticketed merchant stands out from the regular hustle and bustle of the street. Greetings, my lord. I have an exquisite assortment of wares, if my lord has a coin. As I peer at the myriad of goods sold, I can hear Godfrey de Normandy murmur. The etchings of that piece must be real and quite valuable too, grants through a triumphant smile. Just this once, I believe this piece will be a more lucrative choice. Successful haggle. Once I pass the next 2 stalls, Godfrey beams at me. Yes, quite good indeed. I couldn't have done much better myself. He casually eyes the bottle on the stall next to us and shoots at me with an anticipating side glance. The marble scepter of Jera. While having seen much use, its pointy end is still powerful. +1 learning, +1 prowess. This is an inventory artifact. Maybe I could teach you a couple of strategies. Successful persuasion. There you go, some experience. It's not regalia, but it's something to have. Learning Italian vulgar is hard, really hard. Like there's no more room in my head. It's full. As soon as one word enters my mind, another falls into the abyss of forgetfulness. I struggle with every lesson. I'm making no progress whatsoever. Fortunately, sin is always there for you. Keep it up, my impeccable friend. I believe in you. She keeps saying it. I'm really blessed. I can always lean on her for support. You'll be my best friend now. Ooh, someone contributed. Survivor recovery. Who did that? Okay, that was you that did this. So once completed, he gains some prestige and piety. And will lose the survivor recovery tax burden that's fallen upon my lands. A memorial builder would be excellent, as I do want more renown. Especially for development. Oh, I don't want to do that. As good as that would be for the development. But that's what housing reconstruction is for. But I wait for the return of the raiders. King Lupus attacked by Prince Coleman. He wants to push that claim. I mean, after all, I am raiding his lands. So, hopefully, things will go well for us. No fetchers, spare my gold because I'm greedy. Hmm. Failure. The king does not like me more than ever now, but we hope you get overthrown. Oh, at least you're all here now. There is still time to contribute to the flood relief. Alright, I want the renown. But now that everybody's present... See if you could find some regular game. Because I'm going out to raid. We have time for that. But the question is, where? Where do we raid? I mean, the obvious target's up there. But that's against co-religionists, but we can handle that. And what about those pagans up here? They're currently at war. War against tyranny. But I believe they're finishing that right now. Unless you want to raid another part of Denmark where they cannot bother you. Like say up there. Finland's too strong for us to take on. Same could be said for the kingdom itself. Gdansk. That's part of Alania, which is woof. Unless you want to play it safe and travel far, somewhere down south. Like one of these island nations. Actually, these will do. Well, there's that Islamic entity. Let's go far. Because they have some lands that we can raid, and there's good value in that. Head to the Saldanid realm. Sardinia is pretty valuable too. Rhineland. Hybrid culture between the French and Franconian cultures. Hato of East Francia. Franco-German. Rhineland. Interesting. Again, I want to have memorial fortifications. Permanent modifier for monthly renown. But in the meantime, we're going to raid. This is that piece. You can't raid there. This is that piece. Cannot raid Cordoba, which is the richest place ever. My legitimacy level jumped up. But I think you should play it safe and raid the islands instead. You don't mind you, they're Mozambiques. They're Christians. They're co-religionists. But we don't care. We're picking the weakest ones first. Compatibility, you got it. Just to keep up with the development. For just about everything. We did a good job with it. It'll be just as developed as the capital in a couple of years' time. Because it shows how much I care. Actually, no, don't raid that. That's smallpox ridden. Area's off limits. Raid there instead. Actually, yeah, you can raid Lisa. It's just been cleared of smallpox just now. You're good. I didn't... 4 levels 3. As my troops and I prepare to sack the lands of Ibiza, our first Scots brought back. Seems that local towns are rich, but many are heavily fortified. It could be well caught by vengeful armies where we could break into the juiciest targets. All is not lost. The art of good raiding is all an exploit opportunity. Perhaps we could arrange trade and tribute in exchange for staying our blades. Attendant. You could probably make money in trading. Told you anyway. They can't raise their troops in the island like that. So it's open season. Godfrey. Name it after yourself, why don't you? Rulership discredit. In spite of the stellar diplomacy, she managed to botch my legitimacy. Ah, dang nabbit. Hang on, let me see. Godfrey. Now that you... Remember who the king is. And I know line of succession's been changed. Only has a claim to the county gun. Wouldn't want to fight for that. After lots of hard work, nothing. It's impossible to learn the Italian vulgar language. No matter how hard I try, I speak like a barely weaned baby and write like an unlettered blind serf who's missing most of their fingers. Ah, this is a waste of time. No, we need to start over. Do it right this time. Italian is useful when you're traveling in that region. Especially if you're going to go on a pilgrimage and things like that. Hey! Just remember, put that damn horn on. Speed up the process of raiding. Where is it? Where is it? Werewolves to put that on. What's the matter with you? Increase the raid speed a bit. I wonder why it's sluggish than I originally had hoped for. Capture the Count's wife. Excellent. That means more ransom. Yeah. Well aware. You lose your level of devotion. I'll be a pious man one day. Careful now. It's an honor to meet. Thank you for your hospitality, Marquess Jordan. Till we meet again. Before an admiral bows me, Spain is about to leave. I started to say farewell, but I stumbled on my chair and clumsily fall on the ground. Thankfully, I did not hurt myself, but that was embarrassing. At least the envoy was polite about it. Yes. Yes. Alfonso, heir to the Duchy of Asturias. Future generations, you're going to see Normans in Hispania. Let's take another 4 months, then we're going to raid that city, and if time allows, we'll raid that island and we'll go back home. Remember, the focus on my investment is going to be for flood relief. Alright, somebody already gave survivor recovery, which is nice of you. You can go for... You better give me a good ransom. 25 gold. I mean, after all, you are counted here. When you reach 600 gold, I want you to spend it on a memorial thing. Move out. Good loot. We'll raid this, and then we'll raid that, and then return home. Because I don't think our force is strong enough to raid the Saldanid realm. All the reasons why we need more levies. My liege's conflict with Thor drags on. As his marshal, I plot logistics, press peasants into service, quiet local unrest, but now riders to deliver grim tidings. At La Tour, the knights of West Francia failed. Count of Chartres' line was broken, and our whole army cast into a desperate rout. Now as our warriors flee, Countess Arsino's host advances on the kingdom. Yeah. I will gather the broken army. The wise haired and says the little boy, beware, for there the son of knows. What? The great Marquess is reading children's fables? Have you no pride? Major Clements exclaims, this is unacceptable. If your foes find this out, they will think you feeble-minded. Maybe my choice of Italian vulgar literature was a bit underwhelming in the eyes of the court. I mean, after all, I'm a Norman. And this is how we Normans, you know, get us rowdy. I'll punish for his insolence. Come here! For a few brief moments, Mayor Clements and I paced in lazy half circles, each watching for an opening. I lift my makeshift mace, ready to defend myself, while he clutches his sword firmly in hand. This fight may be only till first blood, but as ease my nerves. The sudden twitch about begins. Clarence tries and hesitates to launch a rapid thump at me, but the blow is easily swatted away. Fool, take this! Feint and stab. Feinting off of my mace, and I stab right with my offhand there. My mace makes a rapid thump one way, only for me to draw a fresh tag off with my offhand and lunge at Clarence as he attempts to parry. Clarence tries and hesitantly to launch a rapid thump at me, but the blow is easily swatted away. My form is good, with only small errors. Clemens' stance is a disaster. My opponent is still holding him off blows well, and he's close to faltering. Strike, parry, bust, exponential. I throw out a flurry of rapid attacks and counters. I leap into action, launching a flurry of rapid thumps, driving myself hard against his guard, wearing him down with each expertly timed strike. Spotting an opportunity, he lunges forward and headbutts me, hard in the face. I reel backwards, wrong-footed. My form is good with only small errors. His stance is disaster. We're evenly matched, with victory bouncing on the knife edge. You son of a beeswax. Do that again. My mace arm moves as fast as lightning and strikes as hard as sundered stone. Blow by blow, I beat my opponent into bloody, concussed submission, hammering him into the only ground of all the furious St. George can let me. When all that is left is a quivering pile of a bleeding man. Would I have gone too far? Then Clemens coughs hard enough to lose his grip on his sword and allow myself a little sigh of relief. With the worry over, I kick my foe's weapon away, and lay him out against his throat. He takes a few tries, but Clemens gets the deal out eventually. Don't you mess with me! I yield, please forgive me, you're not feeble-minded at all. Just spare me, he says. That'll teach him to insult me. Ha! Easily read fables decrease chance of success. But I'll say, you know what? You'll run the dungeon for your insolence. You'll pay the penalty. And that penalty is ransom. Give me the money for the flood relief fund. That's your punishment. Alright. Moral fortifications. When it's completed, I will gain prestige and piety and will gain Memorial Builder, or monthly renown for as long as I live. And will be well fortified, in case any hostiles get any ideas. That would be great for development. We should save our money on that as we continue the raids. Raid there. And, maybe. Maybe raid Malta for shits and giggles, as some people would say. It's only one barony, and it's got a least 4 level. No control. Thieves Guild, very corrupt. Pains for rackery for close to a week. Cold sweats and pounding fever, turning guts and trembling hands. I don't know what I've caught, but it's some unexpected ill brought by the conditions on the march and on the camps. Even now my vision starts to swim, but I must press on. Must keep going, we have to keep... What the hell? I endured worse, surely. I'm spared, for now. Oh, that was a unexpected malaise. That scared me a bit. Oh, the dangers of marching an army. Yeah, that was scary. So, okay, so we'll raid Menorca, and we're still well supplied. That I think we should raid Malta. I'm willing to go as far as Malta, then come back. Though it'll be a long way. Andre just told me a long-winded joke, and literally everyone in my court who is present now laughing loudly at this joke, except me. I just don't get it. I'm struggling to understand why it's funny. Yet with each passing second, the fact that I'm not laughing has become more and more noticeable. Then again, I'm the Marquess, so if I struggle to find something funny, then so be it. Who would dare protest? However, my sons would make things awkward nonetheless. I'll pretend to laugh to make this less awkward. Awkward courtesy. Oh, yeah. Your jokers are in great humor. That's why I'm laughing. Yes, very funny. A little bit of general opinion up would be good for anyone. What's the garrison size over Malta? I mean, it's very small, I assume, because there's no control there. 345, okay. I think it'll be manageable enough, since we're coming back with a very small token force of an army. Raiding army like we used to have. One more from Malta. And after Malta, then we go back home. Raiders of Luxembourg. King Carloman replaced him. At least this king is more amenable, so there's hope for him. But please, try to learn Italian here. One day. I'm just trying to propose equal exchange. Equal exchange of these silks, unless I have a hook on the man. Oh, I just noticed that he's a poor health. And then the next king is going to be Louis II. Oh no, not him. Where is his capital? Oh, I didn't see there. He's slightly in debt. Which I don't see why being slightly in debt affects his health. If he dies, and if he takes West Francia, then we're back to where we started. Anyways. Put me back. This is my sister. Right now. Future secured. Let's see how I do with my Italian. Spy master. Well, I mean, I got good intrigue, average. But I'll see what I can do. Because with that, this gives me more natural dread, hostile escape, phase, potential, and all that. Powerful vassals are gathered. Talk to Bernard, like him more. Actually, Docha. Oh, I successfully persuaded her. See if the laws will go my way to the ones I prefer. Alright, more domain taxes. Associated guild officers. Restricted slavery. Realm bureaucracy for more monthly lifestyle development growth for the realm capital. Good. Once you make full recovery. Popular opinion isn't going to be good. Strict patriarchy for more fertility. Plan on starting a family soon. More monthly income. Raid speed is increased. I mean, after all, it's going to be the last one will do. Last place to attack. One more time with Italian. If I can't learn it, then nothing can. 5 months! Another one made a contribution. Housing reconstruction by King Louis. Oh, thank you. Well, at least you did something decent here. Okay, give me the aid for victims, because yeah, monthly piety is always a thing for me. The Pope will respect me more, but also good big up for development growth here for the next 25 years, and especially popular opinion to prevent peasant revolts, so go for that. Refugee resettlement would be nice too, along with land drainage, which I can afford it, but come on, hurry up. Loot that last place, then we'll go home. Three more perks. I'm reading loudly from the Italian Vulgar book that Bosso sent me a while back. I noticed a whole host of service sniggery. Please don't stop reading, just so let's go. He was just about to show us Kobe's codpiece. We need to know if the Marquess and the scholar end up together, or if that debaucher gets between them again. Am I reading something lewd? By God's nails. Oh well, I suppose it is educational in a sense. Erotic novel connoisseur. 5 days faster, increasing the base success chance. Flood relief started. Okay, it's got enough contributions to start. Who did that? That was Countess or Sin instead of do land drainage. But nevertheless, development growth is going to get a boost, but it won't be enough to get this in time. But the flood fertility will definitely go up. So thank you everyone to provide us flood relief. So all I'm getting with that loot is something for building construction. Even if it's going to take its sweet time, given its recent wall changes. As my position requires, deeply involving myself in the politics of the realm, I exchange arguments, present ideas, defend my viewpoints, and politically backstab other council's arguments. With time, I slowly to master art of political maneuver to reach my objective. Thus, I've increased my political effectiveness in all spheres of knowledge. Remarkable. I'm a cunning politician. +1 of all skills. And you just became ill. Which is to the surprise of absolutely no one. Got your renown gain. Captured with Amaga's mother. That'll provide some ransom. Alright, go home. That was a good raid. No longer ill. Oh, you're still alive. Alright. The recent disaster that affected our land left damage that will take generations to mend. A wound felt across the land, inflicted on nobles and commoners alike. We bound together to honor those that lost their lives and to restore our cities and towns. If disaster strikes again, we will be prepared. Our work was not in vain. So, memorial builder. And development's ready to jump up again, and so is control, as we'll let it go up naturally. The high taxes and complex documentation will be an issue. Well, start investing. Now I should go look for the right spouse for me. And look at our income. It's better than ever for such a small realm. And of course, largely is because of the modifiers, including me being an inspector and all that. A holy war for the County of Pagania? Pagania? You expect me to come all of the way? I was about to say, seriously, what are you doing in Pagania? But you're already losing the war. You were once a rump state, but at least you've got some land now, after some shifting of inheritances. Even though you can take on that county yourself, but it does have a few allies. Oh dear. I mean, pay me up front and I'll be there. But it's going to take its time on my end. I guess you want me because of our military strength, and you hired mercenaries, so you could deal with the piglets yourself. Gotta ignore that call. We're not ready for war. 100 brave youths. You've seen that event before. You insulted me, Prince Loop. Just as I thought you might be potentially decent. But look at you. You're a damn joke. But I wouldn't even dream of fighting to take Paris. Countryside flag. Memorial building. Still on our way. Gonna be starving by then. Keep on developing. Countryside flag. Dang nabbit. But I know you're the young man. Get it up. No, it's gonna keep going down until this goes away. Oh, she was one of the best. Lived up to 76. There's no one like her, so we have to look for a physician now. You'll do. And I want you to improve your skills if you're going to be good at this sort of thing. Actually, no, he's good enough. Contrary. This shitty old ring? Might as well destroy it and get the money. Give me that. Starving army. Don't you know how costly these raiding expeditions could be? Now, we could use that money to possibly form a grand wedding. See if you could find somewhere with good traits that are inheritable. Especially one that is of nobility. And I do see one right now. And it's a fellow Norman, okay. Who is she exactly? Oh, she's very strong, in fact. This will be robust. She's just a guest, but they'll grow back. Uh-huh. Yeah, you know where you're descended from, so you do come from a noteworthy little splendor. I mean, I was going to consider some of this just to further increase the acceptance, but no, I think that's good enough. Money should be used elsewhere. You'll do. And I don't want to have no concubine. I want to have a few legitimate children before I get a concubine. With my marriage to Marquess Allison, we expects us to throw a suitably extravagant wedding celebration. It is well admired to collect the royal aid duty as part of this. Some may consider taste to levy an extra tax to our town jubilation. Of course I will collect it. Who pays for their own wedding? That money's going to go elsewhere, you know? Think about it. Yeah, for once, let's spend it on two things. One is a scheme to sponsor expeditions. This decision offers us a strategic avenue, allowing bold and visionary rulers to sponsor expeditions that can bear fruits to be enjoyed by their house members for generations. For a period of 5 years, you'll pay some of your income in exchange for success of your sponsored expeditions. The larger the amount, the greater the chance of success. Well, you dirty ears. There's a small chance critical success bring great benefits. Just give it a try. Gotta throw the prestige out. Sponsor envoys. Send envoys to engage in cultural exchanges, negotiate treaties, favorable relations. Sponsor merchants. Pay merchants to explore new trade routes to facilitate exchange of goods. Sponsor venturers. Recruit adventurers to explore and claim unexplored regions in search for valuables. Sponsor experts. Sponsor scholars, bards, and experts to gather valuable information, seize opportunities. Sponsor pilgrims. Sponsor pilgrims, artists, and sages dedicated to pursuit of knowledge and enlightenment. Or sponsor knights. Sponsor knights to participate in foreign wars, eradicate banditry, and quell rebellions while carrying out your banner. Unfortunately, no matter which one you pick, you're going to get stressed if you read this, but I'm only doing this for once. Or you can refund it all back. But no, sponsor merchants. Mage, I'm pleased to report that these humbled expeditioners are prepared for departure and exude confidence that success lies ahead. The individuals hired for this undertaking are a skilled and diverse group. There's another thing I want. It is for the sake of my piety. I want you to go build a Christian building. As a Marquess who wishes to show my devotion to God, I wish to donate funds to the construction of a new Catholic religious building in my domain. The local community will spiritually benefit from this new structure, and it will know of my piety. You'll choose whether to build a chapel, church, or monastery, that which the net different boons of piety, prestige, and renown. Match your character modifier as well as a county modifier for your realm capital. You will not receive these bonuses immediately, as the construction process takes anywhere from a year to 2 years. For historical context, in the medieval era, Christian royals and nobles often founded religious sites as a public show of piety or as penance. For instance, William the Conqueror's marriage to Matilda of Flanders was rejected by the Pope on the grounds of consanguinity. The couple agreed later to found 2 churches as penance. As another example, William's rival for the throne of England, Harold Godwinson, refounded the Waltham Abbey in 1060. According to legend, he did this as thanks for having been miraculously cured of paralysis as a child. Large monastery. Get 100 prestige, 200 piety later. And the dynasty gets 25 renown for each level of devotion you have, which doesn't have much. And we'll receive these good modifiers here. Specially development here. For the glory of the Lord. For those of status such as myself, one way for us to show devotion to God as good Catholics is to found a Christian religious sites. In doing so, will not only improve the spiritual lives of the locals, but also perform penance for our sins and to demonstrate our piety. I have thus ordered for the construction of a large Catholic monastery. Here, monks and nuns can focus on the spiritual matters and study theology and scriptures in a peaceful environment. This sizable structure may also host a number of services for the local community, such as through hospitals, schools, various economical buildings like breweries. All in all, this building will take some time to finish, but I'm sure the wait will be worth it. Look forward to its completion. How about a donor portrait? Your legitimacy is good. I do want more renown. Or maybe a good quick piety. Let me look at it. That ain't good enough. Okay, what about the renown? 100 renown. Oh yeah, let's do that instead. 42 legitimacy, 20 prestige, 10 piety. 100 renown. all close family members will like me more for doing this. For historical context, in medieval Christendom, from England to Ethiopia, people commissioned artwork of Christian scenes or themes that include their own likeness. Sometimes it was subtle, for instance, there's a scene that might have adorned depicted as a random commenter on the side. Other times it was more explicit, like in Nubia, where royals often depicted in large, visible, beautiful paintings on churches' walls. In the name of the Lord. I approached the Norman artisans and Catholic priests about commissioning a donor portrait of myself in a work of Christian religious art at the local church, perhaps one depicting a scene from the scriptures. While this focuses artwork is, of course, the religious aspect, I specified that this donor's portrait's secondary focus should be depicting myself and my close relatives. I hope that all see the religious arts appreciation. Lineage is filled with people with admirable religious qualities, and the Normandy family should furthermore be associated with a deep devotion to God. Praise be to the Lord. What is this? This one's for prestige. Sponsor the construction of the Calvary, a monumental public crucifixion of the town. Capital will receive special model for 10 years. Larger ones cost more to build. Okay. Calvaries, not to be confused with Calvaries, mountain military units, are a type of monumental architecture from the late medieval to early modern periods, typically found across various parts of continental Western Europe, such as Brittany. I do have the fame, I do have the money. You own a province in either Brittany, northern France, Portugal, or the Low Countries. We do have plenary assemblies. Let's start building. We have found a settlement just suitable for the construction of the new convent, which is a beautiful monument depicting the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. It may even include the statues of the Blessed Virgin Mary, various apostles, and saints if it is big enough. Now I need to figure out how much funding I'm willing to provide for this project, which will determine how glorious this monument will be. Small, medium, large. Yeah. Large. 300 piety immediately, increasing my level of fame. And large in the next 10 years. This person recently donated funds for the construction of a large-sized convent or monumental public crucifix sculpture in a Breton settlement, or Norman settlement here. This sculpture will inspire many with its grandeur and beauty. Even more monthly piety, more monthly prestige, and more monthly renown. Yeah. Yeah. I think we're overdue for some good fightermen that we'll need, because that's what we need now. I have not done that option all series. There's your level of devotion. And I'm going to get some good renown. Fine by me. A-hole. Welcome to court. She has a dragon-like demeanor. Weather hindrance. My liege, adverse weather conditions hinder the progress of the merchant caravans. They express regret the delays and assure you their commitment to overcoming weather-related challenges in the future. No significant progress. Come on in. What's this? A feast. Noyon. Okay, I'll be there. Baram, I know you and I don't see each other eye to eye, but you're going to be the caravan master. But, hey, we cared for you. It's only a short trip, so there's no reason to have these. Alright. Let's just head to that. Move out. Ah, the Norman Weepers event. We've seen that before. I'll do it. We got the money. Around. Told you, you and I are going to get along. Right, who's going to be here in the feast? Anybody notable? Ah, Prince Loop. Which he and I don't particularly like each other. It's not like I'm going to murder him. Unless you say something that is worth befriending. Because I would like to befriend someone. Particularly one of the higher ups of the rank. Or someone younger. Yeah, you. I'd like to befriend you. If you can. It's my idea. Tell you what, when that development in 9 months' time reaches 12, I want you to stop. I admit defeat. Italian Volga is beyond my capabilities. Why don't you learn West Iranian? Similar percent chance. Good. Every guest is gathered in the hall, and our gracious Count Horace is welcoming us all to the feast. What started as ordinary feast became an exceptional one, thanks to the presence of Count. We spoke only in a manner of subjects, things I ever seem to have a lot in common. I had such a good time with him. In a drunken stumble, my fellow vassal Count Enric unlatched an enormous cauldron hanging over the fireplace in the middle of the feasting hall. Savory broth welled to cover the floor in a sea of stew. The unsuspecting Count Taberna was caught by the rushing wave and loudly cursed his ruined appearance as grease ran down his face. Guests rushed to the other side of the hall as the thick mass spread greasy tendrils among skipping feet. Harold stood catatonic in the middle of it all, shocked and horrified at the decadent waste. I have never seen so much stew. Count of my own. He inquires my opinion on the tome collections. The subject is deeply interested in himself. Well, fascinates me as well. Made friends with the Count, who is married to her. As we smiled, our host has a reason to be proud. The Count Enric might carry more than the shame and satisfaction of overturning the cauldron. This was a good feast. Was that the sound of an empty cup? He just sat down on the table to hear anything over this din. The Countess Hollis must have enchanted ears. My great soul sways for a start. More wine here. None will go thirsty. Thank you, my fellow vassal. $11 small improvements than it was in previous episodes. It's taken much even to get myself close to him without making it feel forced. After all, the best friendships are natural. The one I'm thinking is spontaneous. By St. Matthew, extols my friend, very disgusting. That was a heavy course. This is so soon after the last one, simply sits too heavily in the stomach. The simply cannot believe that the servants keeps having their mistress working this poorly. Yes, that is a poor choice, I think. You're fine, but not that fun. Hope for legitimate children. I want 3 legit, at least, before picking up a concubine to have addition. As the feast finds its inevitable conclusion, there's one event remaining that everyone is expecting. That's the Count's toast to the guest of honor. Count that then. It's a decent speech of a bit long-winded, but that's how usually these things go. The assembled guests clap and move politely when it finishes. Some more enthusiastic than others. Here. On in, pilgrim. You a giant. Snowbound. He joins. Welcome aboard. Don't spend your money too much because you're funding an expedition. As much as I would like to invest in more buildings. Pilgrimage mishap. 247. Damn. We need an Antiquarian here. Hey, what's the matter? You ill? Consumption. Yo, dude. Our income's much better now. Ah, how it pleases me to see the coin flow to the royal coffers. No more out there exceptions for peasants and merchants. The laws have finally bent in favor of the crown. Now they pay their true dues. The wealth of the land is where it belongs, under my control. The peasants' toil, the merchants' trade, all pay their rightful share to the throne. These traditions that once shackled us are fading away. They're with them the people's excuses to withhold what's owed. It is a joy to see the realm thrive as my treasury swells. Ensure our continued strength and prosperity. The realm is rich, and so am I. High taxes is necessary. Welcome. Do invest in trade port. Because our income is excellent now. Especially when things are going our way. Now on, stop the development of Lulu. Having it up to 12 is good enough for this land. Line's expired. What are you talking about? I mean, thank you for running this family, but why'd you break an alliance? What the hell for? Can we negotiate it back? Because you're still pretty dear to me. Thank you. Okay. Got up to 12. This needs to go up. Especially this is an area that was badly affected by it. Right, my son and heir. Think of it as what sounds good in your ears. Henry, or Henri, as they pronounce it in the French. Alright. As I cradle my newborn son, Henry, the ecstatic joys mixed with sadness, and the stinging fears crawl up my spine. Did my father cradle me like this before he and mother passed while I was still young and left me all alone? Is this a curse? Will God robs my sweet child of his parents as he did me? I promise I will not abandon you. Will I be able to hold that promise? Look, we got some money and now this. My liege, The merchants have successfully initiated cultural exchange programs, fostering understanding and cooperation between diverse communities. This accomplishment bodes well for future harmonious trade relations. So for our next 30 years, we gain minor economic advantage. So there you go. +1 stewardship, domain taxes up, and travel safety up as well. Oh no, not my son. Oh yeah, the bastard half-brother of mine, who suffered from consumption. Matrilineal? No thank you. He's a sick man. See? I wonder. I just can't wait for you to be gone for good. Then we get a better bishop, and then, Oh, by the way, Bishop, before you go, doesn't say, but I know he's been there since the days of Rofa. So we get trade power, insignificant. Still get tiny income. Oh, Henry. I'm sorry. I couldn't do it for you. I vowed to be healthy. Since you're not raiding anytime soon, I want you to increase the fertility. Here it is. Like that. Development, 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 development. That's what I'm all about these days. Bad harvest. Well, that's part of the annual report. I wouldn't worry about it too much. But I'll tell you what. I should probably do that little inspection activity to go down there. If I have a lot of money right now. And I don't want to go raiding right now. Because I recall there's something else that I'm waiting. There it is. Praise God. I just see word that a large Catholic monastery ordered to be built has been completed. With great size and decent sized monastic community, it will provide many important services to nearby settlements and serve as a local center of learning and faith. I'm glad to have found such a religious site. So here's your renown. Now you need 45 more. Look, if you were to do an inspection right now, this is how much it's going to cost. 95. Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be a bit more. And you'll say why? Because I intend to increase the speed of the development there in Ifru. Whereas survey intent just gives more bonuses to the capital. But I'm only doing that for for this, so let's just do that, as any man would. It's time to take matters in my own hands. I'll proceed overworkings and if I shall count every goat, every fortification, every sword, and every sack of grain. I'll be most managed there is. Let us ride. Can't wait. Development. Control's about to be at the max, but I'm going over there to help increase the speed of the development growth. Hey, look at that. Told you success. Over there. Regulations on beast taming, ensuring safety. And this will make faster construction for this small harbor, as we're investing in that. I know I must tread carefully through the bogs of Harcourt. This eerie place unsettles me to my core, and there's a myriad of dangers to guard against. Hold on. Sorry, it's just my phone went off. My entourage has been instructed to take every precaution accordingly. Looking back at the head of the column, I take count of my companions. One of us is missing. Hey, this guest that I don't know, this renowned adventurer. You're as good as dead. Leave him. I don't even know that person. Let's get to work. %33% chance because overseer tent, storage ability, county control. So, as I arrive in Edinburgh, I'm brought to the study. A group of servants attend all my needs and fuss around me for a while until I ask them to leave. How am I meant to focus on my task at hand if they keep running around the room? With them out of the way, I can finally start working on my plans, which is to popular opinion will fix. Improve the bureaucracy here. Signs of bad harvest. Count Bernard of Flanders keeps looking on me. Success is at the max. Control's at the max here. I'm heading for my chambers to enjoy some blessed sleep when I feel a faint rustle in the wind. Just a wind, I think, till the wind starts to speak. Elise, hold on, my dears. It is I, Taha. I push shutters open. Behold, a man has climbed over the window. It's Taha, son of Sheikh Amadeo Gazir Hadra. Don't you know she's married? What did you just call my sister, you debaucher? Going through the taxes taken by my local stewards and viceroys, I noticed clear discrepancies between what has recorded in certain areas and what I've received. Irrelevant of who exactly is at fault, it's clear someone needs to pay. Locals already paid their due. They're easier to squeeze than the ones actually responsible for these mistakes. I'll give it that one. Their nobles will pay their due, one way or another. Make an example of those responsible so the rest will know what's at stake. Gain a bit of dread, some gold, enforce punishment. And reducing my stress because I am just. Poor guild merchant relations. Extra taxes, gain 15 gold. After thoroughly scrutinizing all the downgrades I could find, I managed to wrestle out some extra budget that I can reallocate to alleviate some local infrastructure issues troubling the county. I only need to figure out which section of the bureaucracy is in most need of extra aid. I need that improved development. So. Mansions around town if it needs the aid. 30% chance of success, 60% chance, slight increase. And it appears I got the other option. Increase slightly. It'll do. Just contributing. Power among locals gain more gold. While traveling through the streets of my entourage and I suddenly come across a fire tearing through one of the city's oldest districts. Many are standing around wide-eyed in shock or crying by one body or another strewn across the pavement. A dozen or so soldiers are trying to desperately end the fire before it can blaze through the rest of the city and leave nothing but ashes in its wake. Crud. 0% chance that I'll die. These people need to be saved. 94% that I'll help put down the fire and be known as a self-resuiter, getting my popular opinion. 5% chances fire spreads and then I lose the high tents building. If I put out the fire, friendly nobles, chances are going up. Again. It looked impossible at first, but I've somehow managed to find a way to start putting things right now. Extending some of the local corruption and bandits. It's only the first step in the right direction. It is crucial for the county's future. I just need to ensure to stay on the right path for the foreseeable future, as planned. Your legitimacy goes up. Inspect the taxes here. Thumbs up. Development growth increases by 50, and then with the inspection focus, so a significant amount of money was set aside for improving the local roads and public buildings. Development up for the next 15 years. Got it. Just what I wanted. Just like the doctor ordered. Our passage through this dreaded swampland has been fraying nerves as energy slog through the cloying, damp, swarming bugs they join. Begin to feel weak, lagging behind the rest of the party when I normally set the pace. There's something wrong. Thank Jesus my personal physician is here. He arranged a small ceremony in my name. Once my family and close entourage were all gathered in the hall, the priest gave a sermon highlighting my virtue and benevolence. The ceremony was ended with an hour of silent prayer. Reaching out to Jesus did not improve my state. Truth, I think I feel worse. Yeah. I'll live, no doubt. Terminated sponsorship agreement because they returned for their journey and they wait for us to deliver a comprehensive report on the discoveries made on behalf. So we were able to get that positive modifier out of that next year. So it was a successful expedition. Don't do that again. In 2 years' time, if I'm still alive by then, I'm gonna go inspect Lulu. Alright, I learned the language. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry that I insulted you. Let me compliment you. And sway you. Council invitation. Steward! Yes! That's what I want. Alright, more children for Godfrey. Crawford and Aubrey. Name it after my father. If you're gonna call him, just call him Rollo. Be more proper. Don't call him by the old Norse name. Call him by his modern French name. I'm at a grateful nation. That's the religion of the Canary Islands. Nothing to worry about. We'll end the episode in January. If it's a pond for carps you're interested in, I can build you a terrific one, my lord. The builder before me has good credentials, and my courtiers seem to be very excited about the prospect. Is that truly the best deal you can give me? I mean, a great deal. We got some. Oh, that better not come over here. Lord knows how much we've been through. Landslide relief is being planned. What landslide? Oh, it's in another part. Oh, that's down there. Oh, okay, stop right now. I just realized, okay, we're in January, so. So in the next episode, as the developments continue, while we're still having a bit of control issues due to some things that's just mainly fallen down to luck. So in the next episode, we'll likely do some more raiding and continue these investments to make some investments, improve the realm and all that. So, more of the same in this next episode, and hopefully have some good, strong, legitimate children. Because I want to have a future. Rather than, Gottfried, which, I mean, at least he's a dev administrator, but an all-rounder, but he's not as good as I am. But at least he has legitimate children. Those that are going to inherit lands one day. Actually, you're thinking of the wrong ones. You're thinking of... Crud. He was the Duchy of Asturias. At least they had better luck on this branch of the family. So we'll see you in the next episode. But until then, so long for now.